Hi everyone, my name is Erica Rosenthal and I'm a student blogger for Arcadia. I am a environmental journalism major, which is an individualized major, but right now I am in classes that a typical bio major would be taking. So I'm here to kind of bring you throughout my few days of classes to show you what it's like to be a biology major and taking classes in the sciences at Arcadia. So I right now am taking Biology 101, so I'm going to take you to my lecture as well as my lab, and I'm also in statistics, which are two classes that are really popular to take as a bio major. I'm in a few other classes, but I figured I would just focus on the science classes since that's probably what you're here to see. So right now it's Saturday and I'm working on some homework. I do have to work on a lab report and make note cards for my bio lecture. So I'll take you along with me. And then on Monday, I will take you to my bio lecture, my statistics class, and my statistics lab. And then on Tuesday, I will take you to my biology lab. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. It's Monday morning and it's about 9:30. Class starts at 9:45. So let's go to my bio lecture, y'all.
Inheritance is called Mendelian genetics. And we'll get a little more complex.
So I just got out of my bio lecture. Sorry if you can hear the lawnmower. Yeah, we just went over the PowerPoint, and I like to print out my PowerPoint and then take notes on whatever isn't on the slide, so that way I kind of get every piece of information that the professor gives. But yeah, so I'll show you later how I study and turn my notes into note cards. But now I just have like 2 hours before class, my next class, so just hanging out. Probably gonna go to the library.
Statistic is over here to the right. That will be reject.
Sort of randomization in your study, and either.
I just got out of my stat lab. Wasn't that bad. Now I'm gonna go home and eat some dinner and then work on some homework. Hello, it is Tuesday, and so I wanted to give you a little update on how I study for an exam, since I do have a bio exam this Friday. So I'm going to show you what we did in bio yesterday, what we did in stats yesterday, and then the labs and stuff like that. So we'll start with bio, and yesterday in bio we went over chapter 14, which is all about Mendel and genetic inheritance. So my professor does PowerPoint lectures and he does provide them for us on Canvas. And so what I do is I just print out the PowerPoint in the 3 slides like you see like this with the lines so that I can take notes, and that way I'm not wasting my time writing down the information he already gives to us, and I can just focus on listening to him and writing down whatever is not on the slide. So this chapter we got through I think about, I don't even think we got a third of the way because this is a long chapter. So what I typically do is I highlight important definitions and information, and I try not to highlight the entire definition just because then the highlighting doesn't stand out as much. And then I will also, like I said, write down whatever he didn't provide on the slide, so that way I'm getting all the information I possibly can. And so it does get a little crazy over here. But yeah, that's pretty much all I did for the whole lecture. And then what I'll do after this is I'll go through each slide and I'll focus on the definitions here, and I'll make note cards. So I can I'll either just write the definition, or I'll do half a sentence and then finish it, or I'll pose a question that I think might be on the test and do a note card like that. And I do prefer to use these note cards, which they're half the size of regular note cards, just because I feel like you're not wasting as much, and I feel like I've never really used a whole note card before, and if you do use a whole note card, it probably has too much information on it, so you would want to use a smaller one. So yeah, that's basically what I do for bio. And then on top of reviewing my PowerPoint, I'll also review any quizzes that we may have gotten back, and I will also watch videos on the material we learned. My favorite YouTube channel to watch the videos from is the Amoeba Sisters, just because I think they're really understandable and they make it fun, and the animation style is really cute, but also Crash Course is really great. So yeah, that's what we did in bio yesterday. And I do plan on watching some videos later, so I'll take you along with me for that. And I think I showed you last night, I was studying my note cards. And then this week in stats, we've been working on one-way ANOVA distributions. So this is pretty easy. You just use your graphing calculator and they'll give you pretty much the answer. So I just have like a bunch of stuff here from that. This week we focused on T distributions. So we use SPSS, which is just like a software program that we use in the lab. And I worked through that and I showed you some of that yesterday. Yeah, so then tonight for bio, we are doing DNA extractions and polymerase chain reactions. So this is our lab. I'll take you along with me for the actual experiment. So that'll be fun. And then I also have my lab report from last week, which was about observing cell division and mitosis. So typically my professor asks us to do just like a review of like what the lab is asking, and then the data is just like our data sheets. So we did some microscopic observations. We had to draw what we observed, and then we also had to like compare and contrast. And then also she asks us to do a discussion on like how we felt about the lab, if we were comfortable with it and stuff like that. So that's pretty easy, and I do like to reflect on like what we learned. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. I'm gonna go eat some lunch and then I will talk to you guys later.
Great for that. Now it's really important to understand what it is not. Mitosis is not a process that makes sperm or egg cells, because that's something different called meiosis or mitosis. It's the stage known as interphase. If you remember interphase, it's when the cell is growing, it's replicating its DNA, it's carrying out cell processes, and just like mitosis, interphase happens before meiosis is even going to start.
So once you get through this stage, you're going to go to the next station and grab a tube of the LB3.